All right, so every day we read different things, and generally, when you think of reading, you think of getting out a piece of paper and looking at the text on the paper and reading the words, but we actually also get information in other ways through media, and that's called media literacy. So, we're going to talk about how media affects us and how we understand media. All right, so what is media literacy? Media is the understanding, interpreting, and evaluative way that we read, hear, and see information. So media literacy is learning to understand what the message of media means. More specifically, we're going to look at the different types of media and talk about how we can interpret and read those. So the different types of media we have online media, newspaper and TV news, magazines, posters, music, video games, commercials on TV, movies, music, television, Netflix, ads and advertisements, flyers. All of these things are media. So pretty much anything that you visualize, see that has a message, or hear or read is a form of media. Each piece of media has both an explicit and implicit meaning. Explicit meaning is the actual stated meaning of the message. It's exactly what's written word for word on the paper. The exact text you read, hear, or see, and there's no room for interpretation. Whereas implicit meaning is what is implied but not directly stated in the message. So what you have to think about, interpret, and use any background information or knowledge to come to a new conclusion that's not directly stated. So let's look at some examples of explicit and implicit meanings. So explicit versus implicit meaning. So we have this Wheaties box right here, and it has both an explicit meaning to it and an implicit meaning. So it says Wheaties, and right here you'll see that it says the Breakfast of Champions, and it has Michael Phelps on it. So their slogan is the Breakfast of Champions. So let's talk about what the explicit and implicit meaning of Wheaties is. So, for example, the slogan for the cereal Breakfast of Champions means the explicit meaning is that this is the breakfast of champions. It's what champions eat. But the implicit meaning is Wheaties is, if you eat Wheaties, you too will become a champion. And so they're trying to show you that all champions eat Wheaties and persuade you to eat it because you too can be a champion if you eat Wheaties. Now the next thing to look at when trying to figure out the explicit and implicit meaning is the audience. So to understanding the audience and purpose of the media can help you figure out if it's implicit or its implicit or explicit meanings. So what you need to do is you need to ask yourself these kinds of questions when evaluating media. Who is the audience of the message? How old are they? What do they like or dislike? How do these likes impact their view or need for the product? And then the other thing is what is the purpose of the message? What is the product being sold, and what problem is the product going to solve? These can help you find the deeper meaning of the media or the message of the media. So let's look at a couple examples. So first we have this advertisement, and it's a giraffe and an NBA Olympic basketball player drinking milk. And so we know because the people that are most likely to look up to the basketball player are probably teen boys, and so that's our audience. The purpose is the ad is trying to get teens to drink more milk. The explicit meaning is milk's nutrients can help teens grow, and we know this because this guy is as tall as a baby giraffe, and so it's telling us that and right here it tells us in this little bubble about how the nutrients of milk help you grow. So that's our explicit meaning. And then the implicit meaning, the deeper meaning that they're trying to give you to convince you to buy milk or drink milk is if you drink milk, then you can be healthy like a professional athlete. So they're comparing you to a professional athlete, trying to influence you in that way. The next one is the audience. This one is older men and maybe women is the targeted audience. You see that there's an older person here, and so they're trying to get more older people to drink milk, just like this guy is. And then here, the explicit meaning talks about drinking milk adds nutrients that are missing from your diet. And then the implicit meaning would be, this is a fairly healthy, good-looking man, and it's saying if you drink milk, you can look good when you're in your 60s like he is. So these are how the author's getting deeper messages. Now, explicit and implicit messages are also very present in TV and movies, not just ads. And all the elements are carefully planned out when they make a commercial or a music video or a movie. The look of the characters, the setting, the music, the sound effects, the camera shots, and the dialogue are all uniquely thought out. So the first thing we're going to talk about is camera shots. So whenever they're filming a video of any sorts, the producer, the videographer, they all think about how the angle of the camera will affect the viewer's perspective on the scene. So close-up shots are used to allow viewers to connect with the emotions being portrayed by the actor. They get really close to that person and they add emphasis to that person or item that the camera is zoomed in on. Low-angle shots, they shoot the subject from below to make them look large and looming. This can make someone look powerful. So for instance, if you're filming a movie and it's a World War II movie and Hitler's in it, they might shoot the viewpoint of Hitler from a low angle to make him seem powerful and looming and scary. And then the high angle shots, they shoot from above, making them look small and non-threatening. So that's kind of like how you look when you look down at a baby. You kind of get that association that it's small, non-threatening. If you're able to look down on something, you're bigger than them, and it makes you feel stronger as a viewer. Now, color also is used to create meaning in our minds. Different colors have different meanings. For instance, purple is usually associated with royalty. That's its main one that is associated. Pink with femininity and love. Red is often associated with power, attention getting, aggressive, violence, strong emotions, a passion. So it's a strong color. Orange is associated with warmth, excitement, energy, health, and fire. Yellow is usually associated with happiness, sunshine, optimism, and then sometimes also cowardice and caution, but mainly yellow is more of a happy color. Green is associated with greed or money, affluence, being wealthy, nature. Green is our color that we use for recycling and soothing. Blue is considered a trusty, loyal color. It's clean, peaceful, tranquil. So all these colors add different meanings. So whenever someone produces a film or a movie or a ad or a music video or anything, they're going to use colors that portray the meaning of their message. So if it's a video about helping panda bears habitats, then they're going to use a lot of greens and colors like that. If it's a video about Queen Elizabeth, they probably will use a lot of purples for royalty. And if it's a happy video, they're going to add bright colors with yellow for sunshine and happiness. The next thing is sound and music that affect the we're going to backtrack for just a second and talk about red real quick. So McDonald's uses the colors red and yellow in their logo, and they do this for specific strategic reasons. The yellow symbolizes happiness, and the red is more, it's instead of power and aggression, it's more of an attention getter. So the red is a call to action. It means that they're a powerful big company, and it gets the viewer's attention, and it's like, stop, pay attention to me, I'm important. So that's why they use red and yellow to show importance, get attention, and happiness. Then we have sound and music that play an important role in it. So Background music can affect the way that you think about characters or you see and the products being sold in a movie or in an advertisement. If a patriotic march is played during a commercial, it might make you feel prideful and that you have a duty to buy that item to help, support American businesses. An eerie, ghostly tune in a scary movie will make you even more scared. Tense music in a mystery helps heighten suspense. And then a popular song in a commercial makes people more likely to pay attention to the commercial rather than tuning out. So these are all strategies that people use to make viewers pay attention to their media. And then sound effects also play a role in crafting the message that media sends. Laugh tracks or recorded laughter are added to sitcoms to give the illusion of a live audience. And some people say that laugh tracks are supposed to tell the audience that the show is funny instead of letting them rely on their own humor. Clomping footsteps and creaking floorboards add to the suspense of a scary movie. Things like that break the silence, help startle the viewer, and get them the message that they should be scared. And so this helps create associations with certain events and characters happening within the movie or the video.